Logandale trail system offers a respite from the rush of modern life. Here you will find incredible scenery, rare plants and animals, and a landscape that bears traces of people who lived here long ago. The trails and facilities are here to help you explore. You can take part in recreational activities, alone or with groups, in challenging or more relaxed ways. As you explore the trail system, stay on designated routes and leave no trace. You can ride off-highway vehicles only on marked trails. Places have been established for mountain biking, hiking, and rock climbing, riding horses, rock crawling, and camping. The Logandale Trail System offers a peek into the past. The drawings or petroglyphs you see pecked into the rocks were left behind by Native Americans. As you view the rock art, remember that these drawings are sacred to present-day Native Americans. The petroglyphs are an important part of our heritage. Take care not to do anything that would harm them. Do not touch or rub the petroglyphs, as this will degrade them. Leave any artifacts you find in place. More recent settlers built the dams that you will see. These dams held water for the livestock that grazed in the area. This place was special for the settlers too. Family gatherings and celebrations were often held here. Look closely. The desert is full of life. You may see Gila monsters, the only venomous lizard found in the United States, or a chuckwalla that fills its belly with air when threatened. You can spot desert bighorn sheep scampering up rocks, especially in winter. Even the soils can be alive. The delicate soil crust in the Logandale Trail System is not actually soil, but is cryptobiotic, made up of algae and lichens. Breaking the soil crust kills these living organisms, leading to dust and erosion from wind and water. It can take more than 100 years for the crust to grow back. It is up to you to preserve these treasures, while the red rocks along the trails provide an impressive backdrop for recreation. Breaking the rules will scar the landscape forever. Before heading out, be sure to check your maps.
Thank you. Somebody's stamped in there 1931. Oh, it was a while back. But those have been here way longer than that. Yeah, like I said, there used to be more in here. What do you think, Tufts? You having fun exploring? We're walking up here to check out the dams that they built. Pretty neato though. It's weird how there's so much green grass over here. We still got a ways to go before the real dam that they built.
The drawings you see on the rocks in front of you are Native American petroglyphs. The images are pecked into the darkened surface of the sandstone, revealing the lighter rock beneath. Most of the petroglyphs you see at this site were carved long ago. More precise ways to date the petroglyphs are still being developed. Petroglyphs are not unique to this spot. In fact, they can be found in many locations throughout southern Nevada. Petroglyphs have cultural and religious significance to the present-day Southern Paiute and other Native American tribes. In order to preserve them, follow these steps. Take photographs, not rubbings. The pictures you take will not hurt the drawings, but the rubbings gradually degrade them. Do not touch the petroglyphs. Your fingers contain oils that harm the drawings. Leave the petroglyphs and any artifacts you find in their places. They are an important part of our human heritage and deserve our protection. Several culture groups may have used the Logandale Trail System area prehistorically. The ancestral Puebloans and Patayan and Southern Paiutes. Virgin River ancestral Puebloans. The development of the Virgin River ancestral Puebloans culture, sometimes called the Virgin Anasazi, began as early as 500 AD in and around the Logandale Trail system. These ancestral Puebloans farmed corn and squash along the Virgin and Muddy rivers and used the Logandale area to hunt wild game and gather wild plants. The archaeological record shows that clusters of one or two families occupied small dwellings called pit houses that were built partially underground. These houses included a living area with exterior storage rooms above ground. The pit houses had internal hearths and plastered floors. Over time, more living space and storage areas were added. By 1000 to 1050 AD, these structures had evolved into complexes of rectangular-shaped buildings now above ground. Baskets and pottery were used for carrying and storing items. Population numbers were at their greatest between 1100 and 1150 AD. After this time, the population declined, and the sites were abandoned by 1225 AD. Archaeologists speculate as to why the ancestral Puebloans left the area. Changes in weather patterns, increased fighting over sacred resources, or a general cultural collapse might have caused the abandonment, or perhaps all of these played a role. Patayans, ancestral humans. The Patayan were the ancestors of the human-speaking people of today, such as the Mojave. The Patayan lived along the lower Colorado River and practiced floodplain agriculture. They also ranged far into the surrounding desert and mountains. The Mojave were known for their extensive trade networks that extended as far as coastal California and southern Utah. Archaeological sites identified as Patayan have been discovered that date as early as 700 AD. Like the ancestral Puebloans, the Patayan made and used both baskets and pottery. Patayan pottery is found throughout the Logandale area and may indicate the Patayan were trading or living here. Houses were made out of brush covered with sand or mud. Southern Paiutes live in and around the area that is now the Logandale Trail system. Prehistorically, they planted small plots of corn, squash, and beans, and moved seasonally across the land to hunt and find wild food, such as mesquite beans, grass seeds, agaves, and pine nuts in the mountains. When the cultivated crops were ready for harvesting, the Paiutes would return to their camps. European-American settlement. After John Fremont's expedition along the Old Spanish Trail in 1844, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, settled in the region between 1865 and 1870. They established 7 towns in the Moapa Valley, including Overton, St. Thomas, and St. Joseph. The hardships resulting from floods, diseases, and lack of water took their toll on these early settlers. The Moapa Valley became a productive farming region by the early 1900s, growing cantaloupes, watermelons, onions, and tomatoes. Agriculture was made possible by irrigation. Canals and dams were constructed similar to the one here.
So this was the old dam that they built. Pretty neat. Tuffy's like, what's back here? We gotta go.
Mountain lions.
Mountain lions? Perfect. Even some pretty flowers back here. This rugged country. It's kind of cool. I think that Shasta is a happy girl now that we have a four-seater, so she can go. Joseph, there's an old line over here. What were they mining? having the time of his life. Woo! He'd be like, go faster, pop, pop. Yeah, Barrett would too. Oh, they would be having a ball. Oh, wow. It's really weird when the back end is doing that. It's like fishnailing. Easy, easy, easy. Easy, honey. I don't like that at all.
What?
I don't like that. Because it felt like we were going to go over. That's not the point.